Previously on New Crits on the Block.
You start to see this almost ooze start to pour up out of like the sides of this podium, and it kind of envelops Mel and this body.
We have to find some way to get this thing out of her.
I am going to cast Wrath of Nature. I'm trying to knock this bitch out.
And you see Boral doing some kind of magical, like cool incantation. And as same kind of thing, his hands start to move slower and slower and stops. And Catan, who is trying to fight off these hands, keeps going. And again, he also starts to slow down. And you hear a voice from right behind you. You want some help? So you turn around and you see the guide sitting crisscross applesauce on the ground behind you.
Hi, Mr. Guide person, ma'am, sir. Can you help me save my friend?
Well, yeah, that's what I just... Do you want help?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Perfect. So it's just a simple trade.
Uh-huh.
Your side for hers. Your sight to give her sight.
My sight?
Yeah. Well, and a little bit extra too for your friend over there who, whatever reason, put his blood in a blood ritual.
I'm going to look over at Mel and everyone else and be like, okay, I'll do it.
Perfect. And he snaps his finger, and as he does, everything around you just fades to black. And you're in darkness. And as you are, you kind of hear someone say, "Leaf?" And Matt, you kind of feel that connection you had.
Who?
For Awen, that connection you had.
Who?
Just like kind of snap and disappear as you kind of like, as you were coming down, you just kind of like feel your gain control of yourself again. And I'm assuming you stop yourself.
I let it fall a little bit. And I go, oh,
A little scratch.
You thought I was going to do it, didn't you?
Catan still doesn't react at all. Just stares at him.
Catan, you notice those hands that were around you start to kind of recede back into this podium, and it's still pulsing red, but it's not attacking anybody.
Okay.
So to
Are
speak.
we still in initiative or are we still in combat?
You were not in combat, as you kind of see Mel like looking around, and she has her red pupils back, like she can see, and like she's like looking around kind of frantically. What? Where am I? What? Leaf?
Where am I? Who's that? I'm new blind. I don't know how to. Hold on.
I can't
Mel?
echolocate yet.
Mel, I'm going to reach out and try to feel for her, I guess.
She runs over to you and like grabs your face, and as for the audience out there, you will now have like white pupils. And the guide is still sitting behind you. Well, that was fun.
Oh, where did you come from?
Right there. I've been here the whole time. It's me, the guide.
Yes,
It's me, the guy, the whole time.
Hey, that's my line.
I don't know how to explain this, but I don't sense the kapati potty here anymore. I don't.
Oh yeah, well I took care of that. Well, she took care of it. And he points to Leaf.
Yeah, I took care of it.
What does that mean?
Oh, well,
Where did
she
it- where did
traded
it-
her sight so you guys could see again.
So as all this
What
is
do you see?
happening, the first thing that happened is when the things came off of Catan, he rolled off the podium onto the ground,
Okay.
like onto where all the blood is. And he's been using his cloak to try to soak it up. So as he's doing this, he's like, what? He looks up like, you did what? What did you do?
I saved everyone. Mel, are you okay? Are you hurt? I'm sorry.
I feel a little burnt. But
Ooh, sorry about that.
everything else, I guess Did you guys stop the ritual? Why? We brought Ouroboros to the plane.
No, you. As
That was
Catan
not.
Gets up.
I don't think that was who you thought it was.
Well, that's what Fargus. That's what Fargus told us.
Fargus is a lying asshole. As I get up and walk over to her. Are you okay?
Leaf, what's wrong with your eyes?
What?
I can't see for a little bit. I'll be fine though. It's just a little spell I did to save you.
The guide raises his hand. Oh no, she's completely blind. Forever.
Wait, forever?
Well, yes, you gave your sight to them.
I thought maybe it was a temporary.
What does that
thing.
mean? Gave sight to them. They could already see.
Oh well,
You
it's
mean
more
you?
of a metaphor, but yeah, I use her sacrifice to give Mel and Awen their free will back. It's loose terms, but
It's okay. It's okay. I'll be fine. I can feel my way around with some
Oh, and
vines.
no.
and
How
don't
do-
worry, I'll heighten her senses a bit so that she is. So technically, right now you have what is called blind sight.
Mm-hmm.
So you can kind of see, but in a shorter distance. So now you only have a 15-foot range that
Okay.
you can see, but you can feel tremors in the earth and hear very well.
Yes, I am going to try to wild shape though to
So-
see what happens when I.
Yeah, you wild shape and you were just a blind animal.
Okay. Well, what if
Ooh.
I turn into a bat?
That's
You're
exactly what I
already.
was going for.
Sounds like you're already a bat.
You're pretty much
So-
already a bat.
I am a bat. Okay, so
So
I'm
you can
okay.
see, just not with your eyes. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, I can see you guys.
Why would
a
you
little
do
bit.
this?
Yeah, I offered her help.
Why didn't?
It's okay. I said it was fine.
But it's not fine. Why didn't you just help her?
Well, that's not how things work here.
Or just don't get involved. Leaf, why did you make a deal with him?
It was the only way to save Mel.
Horse shit. We could have done something. Well, how long were we?
Hold on.
What was that? 2 rounds? 12 seconds?
Hold on. Hold on. I think we're missing something here, and then I'm going to run up and try to grapple Mal to the ground. What the hell were you trying to do?
I was trying to bring Ouroboros to the world.
Why?
Don't hurt her. It's not her fault.
That's-
Yes, it is.
She
How do
was
you even
not-
know this is happening?
Huh, I can see a little bit.
I heard it. I heard wizard hands.
I heard wizard feet. Fargus lied to her, obviously.
Yeah, that was not Ouroboros. That was the Kapati Pati.
What?
You know what the Kapati Pati is, right?
No, I've been a little fuzzy lately.
Leaf, fill her in.
How convenient.
The Kapati Pati is like.
I walk up behind her and turn her slightly towards Mel.
Thank you. It's like this demon plant ooze thing that just wants to consume everything, but it's saying it's Ouroboros and possessing people and claiming that that's what it's for, but it's not that. It's evil. It's pure evil.
When you were in the cell, you noticed that she had been touched as well.
What? I was never in a cell.
Oh, good God, she has amnesia. Mm.
Or just wasn't her doing it.
What is the last thing you remember prior to this?
We got to the Nexus and saved some people, and then from some weird disease, and then we went out to the forest to try to find.
You
Like-
don't you don't remember seeing me in the cell and pinching me real hard? Saying, "Is this a dream? Is this a dream? Are you real?"
You punched me with a plant hand.
I kind of remember dreaming a little bit, but I don't. I was never in a cell.
You were possessed. Maybe that's why she can't remember.
How did you cure people who were sick? You remember that?
Yeah, well, we used our Druidic powers, and
What were they
it didn't
sick with?
cure. I don't know. Their skin was, and she kind of looks at Leaf's arm that has this flaking skin. Well, they had that.
And what did you do to them?
Well, we didn't really. I say cure. We just kind of prolonged the process.
How?
We just kept healing them, and it slowly stopped working. But at least they looked better.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let go, Mal. So So at some point, you deduced you had to go to this nexus to try to eradicate this disease. Is that why you were there?
Well, I just follow Fargus. Fargus was the one that took us there and said that this was the path that Ouroboros wanted us to take.
Do you know where Fargus is now?
No, but I'm sure he's. I mean, I can kind of sense him in a way.
Sense him. What do you mean?
Like I can feel his presence
Like close or
down.
down?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna point to the ground, like beneath us, or like
Like
with-
deep beneath that. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, so
Is this a new feeling of him being down?
I mean, it's a new feeling in general. I'm still trying to figure out what happened.
did we defeat the Kapati Potty guide? Is it gone?
Oh, hell no.
Where did it go?
Where it's been this whole time.
Which is?
Below us. In the center of the in between.
Do you know where the Kapati Potty is?
Oh, yeah.
Why did you never really bring that up?
Well, how much are you willing to give?
Who are you?
The guide.
No, who are you? You take people's sight, you end spells that I can't even break. You can teleport, you weigh nothing, and you know where everything is in this world. And then he's never done this. I don't know why. He uses his divine sense in front of the guide.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, all it'll tell me is if he's Fey. I'm just not realizing this is pointless.
But he does it anyway.
I've said I did it, so I do it like, who are you? And it's like, he's a Fey. And I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, right.
Doy.
You are getting the same type of, I'm going to call it a signal that you got way, way back when you looked at both Ouroboros and Glace when you used your divine sense all the way back then. Because I do remember saying like you couldn't sense like celestial, but you could sense something kind of otherworldly from them.
Okay. So I'm getting a Titan-esque ping,
Yes.
but it's not the same ping I got from Ouroboros.
No. You got the same ping from Ouroboros and Glaze. They had like the same type of.
Oh, okay, it felt the same.
Yeah, the same type of energy was getting given off of from both.
And
of
this
them.
one is the exact same way.
Yes.
So I can't discern if it's the same person. It's just the same energy.
Yes.
This is pointless, but I'm going to keep going.
Say it in 4 more ways, but the same thing.
Well, no, because I have. Okay.
No, that's fine. That's fine. You're good. Yes.
Just getting down to the bottom of it.
Are you a Titan?
What? No, he's the guide.
No, he's giving off
He clearly
energy
just
like
said he's the guide.
he's giving off energy like he's a Titan.
He does not have big Titan energy. I'm sorry. It does not strike me as that at all.
No, but I do. No. So when I was near Glace, I did a
Yeah, your sensey thing.
I did a sensei. I did a paladin tingle.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
It's like the Spider-Man thing. I get spider senses. I got the
Ooh.
paladin senses.
Yes.
They give off a very particular energy that I can't explain. It's like smelling marijuana. You're just like, well, I know exactly what that is. It could be nothing else, you know. They're giving off a sense that I've never sensed before. And once I sensed it, I can't forget it. And that's what he's exuding right now. So I ask again, who are you?
How much are you willing to give?
Just tell me.
I'll tell you who I am. That's fair, even trade, right?
No, it's not. I know who you are.
Oh, yeah? A lot of people think that.
Yes, you've killed your father, and
Everyone knows that.
You
I
left
give that away
your-
at this point.
I can't tell if it's unrequited love or love to take over your kingdom or rule it while you're gone.
He's just talking nonsense. Everyone else he's talking. He's just saying, and I kind of like walk away.
Okay.
I knew it. I knew it. Where are you?
I rotate her back to Awen.
I knew it.
So, how do we get down to this place?
Awen's going to come back. Oh, hold on. Before that, though, okay, what is your required price?
For what?
Knowing who you actually are, because apparently that is a thing since you are asking for payment for it. So we know that
anything
it's,
can be paid for.
right. So what is your required payment?
What would be equal value? One of your souls.
To know who you are? That's so not fair. Come on.
The price of me knowing who I am is worth more than most of the people on your plane.
Now, when you say you're someone's soul, what does that mean?
Your whole being.
But like what? Okay, so let's say I'm not agree. Let's say I agree to it. So what happens at that point?
You are my puppet forever and ever until I decide you're not.
Oh,
We can't do that just
No,
to
we can't.
sate our curiosity.
I know. Okay, sorry, Boral. I just wanted to see.
And I think that's a very fair price because if anyone else had asked besides the four of you, well, I would need a whole civilization's amount of souls. So, quite a deal.
How do we get down to the Kapati Potty?
Now that question I can answer free of charge this time. The podium.
Yeah.
Well, just finish the ritual and there you go.
No, wait. We just saw what happened when we started the ritual.
You have to have a little connection to it, but maybe don't put all of your blood. If you all put a little tiny bit in, you'll be able to control it.
Huh, see, I was ahead of the game.
And
All right,
would
so
it
you
be able
just
to
do it
control
then.
us?
It will have a leeway, yes, but if you are strong and wise, then you shouldn't have that much of an issue. But it's the only way. Only the ones that have Kapati's touch can get inside.
I just did a little prick. Don't. I know you all want to say something, but that's really what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that when we were in the heat of the battle, and that's what gave me the connection.
But then you almost tried to kill Catan.
I just would have whacked him for a second.
It's fine.
With
It's
the sharp end of your sword?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Like the stabby part.
Just a quick whack with my little prick.
What if we
right
do
in
this
the
and then
side.
we all start trying to kill each other?
We won't.
can we?
If the guide says that's the only thing to do, then
I'm not completely comfortable with blood rituals because every single time someone's been doing a blood ritual, it ends poorly.
I've done 2 now. And, here I am.
Ewan's a big fan.
Yeah. Turns out all right. What?
It actually did turn out all right
Yeah.
for you.
It's all right.
But
I mean, it was a little sketchy at first. Let's
Sure.
just
Yes.
yeah, there's a reason why chapter 1 in the Paladin Handbook says no blood rituals.
When Kapati Potty's around, I felt a little bit of a digging in my skull, but I could also feel it as well, which could
That's an
be
advantage.
advantageous. Yeah, like I knew that it is. Oh, by the way, it is terrified of you, Leaf.
It should be.
Right,
I'm
right,
coming for it.
right. But I think it's because
somebody turned me in the direction
Where
of the
is-
Kapati Potty.
from
Put
what
him-
it
me right in
seems
front.
like, it seems like you have. It seems like you might be the same, this different side of a same coin with Kapati Potty, right? Like I think that's why they were using Mel here, because you two know each other and do the same type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe she was using her, it was using her to, because it could control her, but without that, if it's turned against the Kapati Potty itself, so you kind of have like the key. It's kind of the sense I got.
Should I not put my blood in then so it doesn't know what I'm thinking?
Well, I think it can whatever it wants. I think it is better for us to know how it possibly feels. I don't know if that's the main thing to do it, but I just mean that there's a connection that gets formed when that happens.
I feel like if we all do it,
I'm gonna poke my finger.
To get wait, stop with the poking. Nope.
Hold on, I'm bleeding.
Well, I've already done it.
Where-
What's
where do
funny
we
is
go?
that what's funny is that she can't find her finger.
Hold on.
I think you can tell where her hand is.
Oh no, when you have your eyes closed, like it can be difficult to. Ah, very good.
I know how to find my finger.
Is that really hard?
You're a
I don't
little off.
understand.
You're a little off.
Well, because I was pointing at the finger. Oh,
Yeah.
you want me to go tip to tip?
I'm just saying that, like,
I'm finding it, no problem.
Yeah.
yeah. See, I went across.
Well, it seems like you're an idiot. And you put needles in people?
Oh,
Yeah, with
man.
my eyes open.
not with his eyes closed.
Thank goodness.
Apparently I can. I probably shouldn't.
Okay, fine. Listen, a couple things need to be addressed before we move forward with this. First of all, Mel,
Yeah.
you understand that Fargus is a bad man, right? Leaf told us he killed people in front of you. He slit their throats.
Well, at the time, I thought that was what.
Bad. That's a bad thing to do.
Yeah.
And when the Kapati Pati had possessed you, the Kapati Pati spoke to us and said, "Take me to Fargus and my original body. It is with him." Fargus has been using you as a child
Look.
of the Titan.
Okay. I get it. Just
Do you?
let.
It's sort of it's not being possessed. Essentially, is not an easy thing to.
But she wasn't possessed up until she got to the Kapati Pati.
She was misguided till then.
Yes. And so I need you to understand that if we're all going to go there, you have to understand that Fargus is not your friend, and we're probably going to kill him. Are you going to be in our way? Do you need to stay here?
I'm coming whether you want me to or not.
Well, no, I mean, I can make you not come. But
I think it's all right if she comes. Maybe she could help.
it would be interesting for the podcast narrative.
Or some other narrative, but you don't know about that yet. Just saying, it would be right, Boral. Wouldn't be too bad if she tagged along.
Maybe
Probably fun.
maybe Fargus has been possessed this whole time too, and he's not in control, and when he get it out of him, he'll be normal too, and everybody will be happy and go back to normal. Maybe he's been possessed this whole time doing all those evil things.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I won't kill him immediately. We need to figure that out. Leaf, good point. Okay,
Thank you.
listen, I look at the guide wherever he is now.
I'm very
Probably
wise now.
standing on a stalactite upside down like a bat.
He's on your shoulders.
Can you please get down?
No.
I look up directly at him, which is really awkward because I'm looking right up at his groin.
He's like kneeling over to where he's like.
Oh,
looking,
great. So
yeah.
he's teabagging me. Perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, he's bending his knees, so it's more of like out from the.
yeah, thanks. Fine, we'll do the ritual. However, I have something for this. I need everyone to come stand around the altar, but
What if I've done it already?
I'll probably just do it again because we wiped it away. Right?
Okay, I don't know. I'm asking you.
I mean, I guess we can just do it again if we need to.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, do I get the impression that what he's done is enough?
The guy who kind of speak up. Well, I kind of severed your link from it, so
All right.
Yeah,
All
I-
right. So, yeah, I'm gonna poke my finger again.
I mean, you could just squeeze really hard on the part that you poked already.
No, I heal quick.
I'll happily poke you for you.
Poke a different one.
Get around the damn altar.
All right.
We're gonna sing a kumbaya.
No, we're not singing Kumbaya. So everyone gets around the altar,
lame.
and centered on the middle of the altar, I begin to cast the spell Magic Circle. It takes a minute, so I tell everyone, like, this will take a minute. Like, literally, take a minute. Casting time 1 minute, range 10 feet cylinder. So I kind of feel like if I do it in the middle of the altar, I can kind of get everyone a little bit.
You gotta get everyone.
Holy water, so I spit on it. You create a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder of magical energy centered on a point in the ground that you can choose within range. Glowing runes appear, blah, 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 blah. Choose one of the following effects. Big, long list of spell effects. I'll go to the one that matters. Targets within the cylinder cannot be charmed, frightened, or possessed by a creature. When you cast the spell, an electric causes the spell operate reverse direction, preventing the creature specified from I can also trap things inside of it, but I don't care about that. So that's the deal. I'm
Okay.
making it so that as we do this, and it lasts, I think, a long fucking time. 24 hours.
Okay.
And it's not concentration. I just do it, and then it's like, okay, so while we're doing this ritual, as this thing attempts to get us, we should be protected.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
I cast a spell, minute goes by, blah, 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 blah. And that's how I pray. Yeah, blah, 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 magic god.
I wonder why your god
that's-
hates you.
Yeah. No, I'm a
That's
little
what
pissed.
we all hear when you pray anyway.
That's kind of how I do it. It's like, because I'm kind of like disconnected from her a little bit. I'm like, blah, 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 magic god, please grant me power so I can save the fucking world.
And you do it, and these runes appear around you, and a light kind of shines in this cylinder. And you guys all start to poke your finger and put a little
Catan
droplet.
pokes A1s.
No, you did it hard.
Yeah. You shot me with an arrow in the back.
You probably did something dumb to me.
Now we're even.
And you guys all put your hands over the podium and put a little droplet. And again, you can start to see kind of pulse like a deeper red as it starts to spin and lift up out of the ground as a small little opening is underneath the podium with kind of some sketchy stairs going down. As it opens, you do see these like grotesque vines immediately start to grow out. No, then it's just sitting right before the circle.
I think they're probably just hitting it.
Yeah, they just stop right before your little sphere and just.
Yeah, I literally plugged that fucking hole.
Well, you're still gonna have to go down there anyway, so they are
Yep.
still there.
But at least that, and like, hey, hello.
Hi, stay over there. You're
Stay.
cute, but don't come near me.
But don't touch me.
I'm not touching you.
Yeah, so there is a stairwell going down into this deep, dark pit of sorts, and all you can see are these grotesque vines growing out of it.
I'm going to reach over and grab Mel's hand.
You grab Awen's hand.
Dang it, no, not you.
Come on.
Well, I
what?
imagine he's like, wow, your hands are so soft.
Get out of here. No.
Yeah, Mel, you kind of feel Mel like grip
Yeah.
pretty
just-
tight.
Just squeeze her hand a little bit, and then we're going to go down.
Well, but hold on. Are those dangerous?
Probably.
Well, maybe we shouldn't just walk into them. If only there was some way to clear out a large, like long cylinder-like group of highly flammable things.
Well, are the vines like moving? Or are they
Yeah, I
just
thought we-
there?
They're just kind of growing.
Doesn't the sphere like stay around us as we move, so they can't
No,
get
it's
to
No,
centered.
it's a
What, are they trying to like get at us?
No, they were just
Wait,
trying to
it's centered.
grow.
Then come on, we're fine. You worry too much.
Like, there it is.
I walk down. Awen walks down.
As he walks, I'm holding his cape just in case the things grab him. I can yank him out.
Yeah, they kind of squish under your feet, but they don't like try to latch on you. Just see that they are, as you kind of walk down and your eyes kind of adjust to the darkness.
Leaf already did that.
I can see real good in there. Because
You
my
can- you
echoes
can-
are echoing real good.
You mean you can see the same?
Yeah.
That's what it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can see that these vines are growing everywhere. They are just kind of encasing this entire stairwell. And you can kind of see what looks like 50 feet down this like spiraling staircase. You can see like a faint light. That
Oh.
kind of seems like a flickering of a fire.
Well,
I guess thanks, Awen, for being the guinea pig. I guess it is safe.
Yeah.
Why don't you lead the way as I
Sure.
follow behind him?
all right. Here we go. Time to descend, I guess. And we'll start. I'll start making our way down there.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys start going down, squishing some plants underfoot. As you get to kind of down to the end of the stairwell, you can hear what kind of sounds like a waterfall, like water rushing and like crashing into something, just off into the distance, and you can see it kind of opens up into what looks just like a larger room. and you can see light and like natural light and firelight kind of emitting from down, like further down into a tunnel that opens up into the bigger room, but you can't really see anything inside there as of yet. How would you like to approach?
It's just
Cautiously.
one way in.
It's just one way in and one way out.
Okay.
Well, I mean-
I don't think there's any need for stealth, honestly, Awen, because I think they know we're coming. I
You've been-
don't think it's a.
I think that doing that may have blocked them from like hitting our minds with the magic spelly thing, but like
Yeah.
they probably know that somebody just cast magic divine spelly powers.
Yeah.
Also, you've been squishing on vines the whole way down.
Yeah. And there's just, I think we just slowly walk in.
Yeah, Catan has a sword drawn and his shield up because he's expecting some bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keeping our eyes open, but I think we just go in. I mean, that A1 would. A1 we just go.
How
go
dark
forward.
is it?
In like the stairwell was pretty dark, but once you kind of get down to the bottom, the natural light and the light from the fire, it's pretty bright.
Okay.
I would say like dim light.
Okay, I can see kind of.
Yeah, no, you can definitely see. Like you maybe not like 60 feet out in front of you,
Got
or
it.
like, but you
Yeah,
can still.
I can see around me. Got it.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm not just like, oh, combat starts and you're fucking blind.
No,
And I'm
no,
like,
no.
oh, I spent a whole turn casting light. Oops.
No,
Okay.
you can still see. So in front of you, you can see large like clumps of various fungus just all over the walls, like mushrooms and other types of fungus. You know,
Good
lichen.
job, Jake.
lichen. Yeah, there you go. there you
slime
go.
molds.
Yeah, I didn't write all
CRISPR's
the
gonna be
You
so
should
proud
really
of you.
talk to CRISPR.
I should have.
Not like you wrote a book on this recently.
No.
Hey, everyone go buy CRISPR's book.
CRISPR's just screaming all of the different kinds of
Yes.
fungus,
Hey,
like,
you know what? That's why I love you, man.
Cave grass.
Cave grass. Oh yeah, I probably loved that.
Yeah.
There probably is a kind.
There probably is.
There probably is.
Let
Let us know, CRISPR.
Yeah. So you start to see this, and at the very top of the ceiling, you see like clumps of this fungus just like drooping and dripping down onto the floor. And in the center of the room, you see an older man with like white hair, donning a garb of the Crimson Order. But this one, instead of like other ones that just had kind of like red embroidery, this one has gold all the way around it. And you notice that there are 6 motionless bodies laying around this old man. And as you kind of like get a better look at it, you notice that there is like thick lines of blood kind of drawing a pentagram around.
Freaking pentagrams, man.
Freaking pentagrams, always there. Around the older gentleman who you can only assume is Fargus. And then in front of him, you start to see these vines starting to, and like all the fungus that's dropping off the ceiling, starting to meld into like one giant creature. And Matt, being the only one that actually had a connection to Kapati Pati, that thing looks like it is growing into what you had that flash of. With
That
the,
amalgamation of vines and animals and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
It kind of seems similar, and you can kind of see a few like dead corpses inside of it that are getting kind of wrapped
How
up.
fast is it growing?
Fairly slow right now.
Okay.
But you can kind of see Fargus like doing like hand gestures, like he is doing a ritual or like incantation.
Okay. Hey, Leaf, what does Fargus look like?
Well, we can just ask Mel. I mean,
Mel would know, but he's,
Well, either. Well, both of them.
he's
would
like
know.
old and he's got like gray long hair and red and gold. Like
Mel, is
Is
that
this-
Mel? Is that Fargus?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
What?
Great.
Oh, fuck.
Yes, ask the blind person.
She doesn't say look like. Hey.
Okay,
Hey, Fargus.
I guess we're just gonna talk.
You don't see a reaction from him. He just keeps doing what he was doing,
Yeah.
continuing with the ritual.
Okay. How close are we to those bodies?
I
put my blood in it. I'm just kidding.
Say I put my blood.
Now
He's
what?
like, yeah, dude, gotcha.
Hell yeah, bro.
Messing up every sacrifice.
Well, just poor Jake, just being like, "Hold on, you
Yeah.
did what now?"
Please stop doing that.
Stop putting your blood in other rituals.
Yeah. How close are we to?
I would say about 60 feet from like the center, from like Fargus. So like the body would be like another 10 feet
Yeah, I'm
closer.
just
Yes,
gonna
like 50 feet.
I'm just gonna walk in the room. I'm kind of looking around. If I don't really see anything dangerous, there's not anything obvious.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk in there.
As you kind of start walking, give me a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, there we go. 19 plus 7, 26.
Some of the clumps of fungus that kind of dropped kind of in front of you are starting to like rise up, and you can see them kind of forming like a humanoid-esque body.
Okay. Am I close to one?
Do you want to be?
Yeah, I think I would have walked over because I would have been like, hey, Fargus. Just keeping my eye on him, but circling since kind of picking this up.
Yeah.
Do I see any sort of like a burning? Like when it hits the ground, does it seem like there's any acidic properties to it, or?
No acidic properties, but you do see like kind of when it hits, like some spores kind of leak out from it when it hits the ground.
Okay, well, I feel pretty comfortable around those because of what I've been doing with him. So I'm gonna walk over to one that's sort of forming.
Okay.
And while I'm yelling at the Fargus, maybe trying to get his attention, I just kind of like have my foot just kick one a little bit to see if they're solid or if I can just kind of disperse them before they start to turn into something.
Okay. You kick it and it seems solid, but when you kick it, you kind of kick it into the direction of like one of these like braziers that are kind of spotting this kind of like platform on which Fargus is standing on, and you kind of see like you kind of hear for a second just like as it kind of like pushes itself away from.
How
the
big
brazier.
is it?
Right now it's like 2 feet tall, and like it looks like a little halfling-esque size.
And it's only 2 feet.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna see what happens if I'm gonna pick it up because again I feel very comfortable around these things. I'm like, so Fargus, what's going on, bud? And I'm gonna see if I can try to pick it up while it's still forming.
Yeah, you can pick it up.
I'm gonna throw it into the fire.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you throw it to the fire and you hear this just loud squelching, but not from it, from the thing that is forming in front of you.
Okay.
In front of Fargus, I mean. And as you kind of hear this loud screeching, you start to see clumps just like rapid firing off of the ceiling. And give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
So as this is all happening, Catan is like, well, at the very least, we've managed to put ourselves in this situation where it's not currently aggressive towards us. So I think we should use this to advance. Hey, what?
26.
26? Okay, yeah. They start just falling like almost just like a avalanche of these stuff. And you kind of just start backpedaling. And then at a certain point, you're just like, oh shit, and turn around and just start like bobbing and weaving through these as they just hit and more spores start to fill up the room.
Okay. Well, we know now what we're dealing with. This was gonna, but by the way, this was gonna happen sooner rather than later. So I'm glad we kind of kicked that off.
What's happening? What'd you do? What?
Well, you can.
No, I'm not. I'm just kidding.
She's gonna
Hey, we threw a piece of the Kapati Potty in the fire. It didn't like it. Subnote,
I heard
Kapati
a
Potty don't
scream.
like fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, when
so we
as
know
you-
a few things now.
As you turn around and start running the other way, you didn't notice as you walk through, but there's an upside down waterfall that's kind of wrapping around the entrance to this like cave. So it's like going up, like falling, but then it like separates from the walkway that you guys were coming on, and then comes back and then goes and flows up the wall.
So it's behind us.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
walk
as I'm
in
running,
and-
I'm taking a note of that because I want to put that in Avelios because that's cool as hell. I'm like, I gotta
I
sell
need
that.
one of those.
That's the first big ticket item I'm making when I get back. So as I get back to the group, okay, so I know. So don't be mad. That was going to happen, but now we know that is a thing. So I kind of triggered almost a booby trap, and they don't like fire. So okay, check 1 and 2. I'm gonna whip back around big. Fargus, hey again. Hello, Fargus.
At this point, you see like 5 of these like I'm gonna call them fungi man,
Okay.
fungi man. Yeah, fungi man.
Not
That's
just
what it is.
not just fun guys.
Fun
Just-
guys.
There, that was so much of
God damn it.
yeah.
You're welcome.
No, it's fungi men now. Or funga men.
Fungi
no, it's fun
guys.
guys. That's way better.
Yeah, I know.
You look like some fun guys.
And you kind of see that their hands are just like big mushrooms. And then
Cool.
and they start to walk towards you. Can I get initiative started?
Okay.
please?
Boy.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite player, Matt. My team literally just lost the big game, so I'm feeling pretty crumbiddlyumptious right now. Yeah, not the happiest at the moment. So, if you want to cheer me up, guys, look, here's a couple things you can do. Okay, 1. Subscribe, rate, and review to our podcast wherever you get your podcasts from. Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You're listening to us on something right now, so we're on there. So go leave us a 5-star review and write a little something nice about it, okay? Be like, hey, New Crits is the best podcast. Sorry your team lost, Matt. I mean, that would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? The second thing you do, the second thing you can do is follow us on all of our social media platforms. You can find us on Twitter at New Crits. You can find us on Instagram at New Crits on the Block. You can find us on Facebook at New Crits on the Block. We are always posting content on there of behind the scenes footage, audiograms of some of our favorite clips from the episodes, pictures of our everyday lives. We post a lot of good stuff on there. Also, it's one of the best places you can do to help us grow our podcast by tagging friends, family, random people, whomever, who you think would enjoy our content. All right. We are growing by only word of mouth right now. So you doing those little tiny things really helps us more than you could possibly imagine. One of the ways we like to give back to our community for doing those things is we have our own Discord. That's right. All for New Crits fandom. We have channels for everything New Crits. We have channels for Dungeons and Dragons content. We have channels for your own creations. We have channels for cooking. We have channels for what books and video games are your favorite. We have a little bit of everything for everyone. All right. And we've cultivated such a wonderful, safe space. Come in there and chat to our fans. Come in there and chat to the cast members. It's such a cool place to go visit, have a good time, and just hang out. Now, you might be thinking, well, Matt, I would love to help you cheer up from doing all of these things, but how do I get to all those places? Well, from our link tree, of course, linktr.ee/New Crits on the Block will get you to all those places, plus some places I didn't even have time to mention. linktr.ee/New Crits on the Block. It is your central hub for all things New Crits. All right, everyone, let's get you back into this week's episode, because I need to go and have myself a good cry that my team lost. Just really get that negative energy out, right? Just got to get it better out than in. I say better out than in. All right. Speaking of out and in, let's get you out of this middle break and back into the episode. Perfect. Oh, baby. What a transition. What a segue. We'll leave you on that. New episodes every single Monday. As you know, I ain't changing that anytime soon. Be excellent to each other out there. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Catan got a 15 for initiative.
Nice.
Awen rolled a 15 plus 5 for 20.
Leaf got an 18.
Nice.
Borel got 19.
Damn, those are some good initiatives.
Pretty good.
We're gonna fuck these guys up before they even
And
get a
Mel
chance.
got a 10. So there we go.
Oh, okay.
Well, somebody had to.
Yeah.
All right.
The one person who knows what they're walking into and isn't blind. What's going on?
All right. Awen, it is your turn. You got 5 fungi running at you.
So they're just coming at me?
They are starting to charge, and you can see that more are starting to form behind them. So this is kind of like wave 1.
Okay.
If you let it.
Yeah. Are we by any fire sources?
Next to Boral.
There's 2 braziers like right before you get to like this kind of like little platform-esque spot. Because everything else is just kind of like there's a walkway that goes in, there's like a outcropping of a platform, and then there's just water below you. But all the water that's below you is kind of flowing up these walls.
What's the fuel source for those?
Wood.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot 2 arrows, one at each of those.
At the fires?
Uh-huh.
Try to like knock them over.
Yeah.
Is that, okay. I was like, what are you trying to
Yeah. So whether if there's one of them close to one of them, fine, or if not, it's kind of more of a deterrent. Like I
Okay.
want to make some fire happen because I know that they don't like it.
Yeah, so pop off your shots, my good guy.
Pop off me shots. That's a 15 plus and a 16 plus.
I don't even know why I had you roll. It's like
Yeah.
a 5 to hit these fucking things.
Okay, yeah.
Don't roll a 1.
It's a 15 plus 13.
Jump out of the way.
Yeah.
Like, "Oop."
15 plus 13 and a 16 plus 13.
You knock them. You hit them both with the little rolls since they work really well. I'm gonna say you kind of hit them on the corners of them, so they kind of fall more towards the center.
Yeah.
And you can start seeing them to where now they didn't like hit them, but now they're kind of having to like run behind each other.
That's fine.
So they're kind of funneling in. I'll say
Fungling in.
Fungling in. God damn it. Fucking shit.
I'll just give myself another inspiration.
No, you got one.
What?
You got one bad joke. One.
Okay. Hey, Boral, they don't like fire.
Oh, I crack my knuckles audibly. If you could just fill that in with
Yeah.
Hold on, hold on.
Cracking sounds.
Oh, I don't have any right now.
I can't do it that way. There we
I
go.
don't have any right now. Oh, there you go. All right.
Oh.
Oh, trust me, buddy.
Some good.
I got something up my sleeve.
All right, good. Just FYI.
Thanks.
Figured you'd like to know.
Thanks.
Now I'm like addicted to cracking.
Okay.
All right. What are you doing, Boyle? It's your turn.
I'm gonna cast some scorching rays.
Oh, I was surprised on a fireball. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. I thought so too.
Well, yeah, I will, but I just want to hit these guys to see how susceptible they are. I mean, did they die? Wait, what did you do? Did they die when that
He
happened?
threw them
I
in
threw my
fire.
guy into the fire and he burned up to a crisp.
Yeah.
And you knocked over the fire, and what happened?
They moved
They
away
were
from
like,
it.
"Ugh," and they basically they all went like
They're
this
falling now.
to this.
No.
How many
Yeah,
are
I'm
there,
still gonna do
Jake?
scorching ray
That's fair.
at level 3, so I get 4 bolts instead of 3.
And how many were there?
There's 5. Do you want to have one more?
Yeah, sure. That is a 16.
That'll hit.
That's a 14.
That'll hit.
They are just big mushrooms.
That's a 19.
Yeah.
Well, that's a 19 plus 10, 29. That's a 13.
13 will not hit.
Okay. So 4 out of the 5 you just got. All right.
One more. And then a 20, not net.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do it. So you missed 1.
Okay. So one takes 4 damage. Another takes 8 damage. Another takes 9 damage and 8 damage.
4, 8, 9, 8.
Multiply those by 2. So
There you
So,
go. Because they're
8, 16,
Fire.
16, 18.
yeah, so you shoot these rays and like you can see that right where they hit, like for a split second they try to like morph their body around it, but there's like the intense heat from the spell just like sears all like the shrooms next to them, and it kind of just like slops off their body as they kind of start to get smaller as you do that, and they're still running towards you, but 4 out of 5 are like half the size now. They're a little less intimidating.
Just bop them.
Yeah, and then it is Leaf's turn.
Okay. I'm going to cast Wall of Fire around
Sick.
those little friends of mine. So you create a wall of fire, solid surface around your within range. You can make a wall up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick, blah, 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 blah. They need to make a dex saving throw or be burned alive.
the old Diablo 2 wizard spell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wall of fire?
15.
They fail.
They fail. Okay.
So they're going to
roll
take
for your damage.
5d8.
Diablo 1 is when it was really powerful.
Okay.
Roll a 7.
16.
Ooh.
Damn.
Ooh. 2 8s, 2 7s, and a 4.
And my dice rolled the 4.
So
Wow.
First, you've been rolling good.
I don't know
today.
what all that
Yeah,
is together. 34.
Times
I'm sorry,
2.
what was it? 2 8s?
2 8s, 2 7s, and a 4.
16, 30,
16,
34.
14, 30, 34. Yeah.
Okay.
Times 2.
Times
Ooh.
2. So
68.
68 damage on top of what they already did.
Damn.
Something tells me that they're dead.
Yeah.
I hope so.
So this wall of fire kind of pops up in front of you as it just melts away. Like you can see like the fungus like run through it and they just like into like dust. Yeah.
Just dust comes at you.
Awesome.
Are you keeping the wall up or does it just dissipate? I
It
don't
is
know.
concentration, so I can keep it up for 1 minute.
Can you move it or because now you just have a wall and fire kind of in front of you to keep
That's
it up?
kind of fine right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm just. That's why I'm asking if you are. keeping
It does
up.
stay up, and anything that enters in has to do
Okay,
the exact same
yeah.
thing. So
Also, you do have your cool new Milo abilities.
yes.
I'm going to, since you've kind of gone through his transformations, you can choose his form. So he has a few different ones. So fire, plant, wind, ice, and earth.
Right.
So you can choose any of those, and he acts independently of you.
Well, he's
On your
obviously
turn.
going to be a pretty fire kitty.
Okay, yeah.
It's like, can you just combine all those and make a Captain Planet kitty?
Yes.
Cat Tin Planet.
That's later. Don't
Cat
spoil
tin
it.
Oh, that's good.
Very
Cat-
good one.
Captain Planet.
Do you
I
have
love it.
inspiration, Ben?
I have like
Cat Tin
5 or
Planet.
something. I'm back
I
to
have
2.
like 5.
You have 2. Why would I let them start?
Stack?
them-
Why are you
yeah.
stacking them?
They were stacking originally, and then you let me start stacking them again. Because I'm a funny guy and I make good
Hey,
jokes.
I said
Oh.
fungling.
Yeah,
I
you
said
did.
fun guy.
Okay, what if I took it one more second and I said,
I said
cat,
Captain Planet.
and I said Cat Tin
You know what? Do you want
Planet.
to take away one of mine just to shut them up?
No.
Okay.
Where's the mute button on Ben's microphone?
Do it.
Is
I
there,
was gonna say Captain Planet. He's our Miro.
Mew.
Mew.
Mew. Wow.
Ah,
you got a hook out of Brian there.
You gotta hug.
that's okay. I'll take the. That's
for me. That's my
That
inspiration.
inspiration is just from me. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my
Personal
that's my
inspiration is really
Personal
what.
inspiration.
Yes.
All right,
Oh, boy.
so Milo's a big fire kitty, but you killed everything.
Yes, you did murder something.
I am gonna take a shot over at Fargus next to him. I'm not trying to hit him.
but you're not your turn.
No. Well, we're out of combat.
Are we?
Are we?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said they all
Yeah,
burned
there's-
up. I
there's
apologize.
They are all burned up, but if you remember,
There
that
are
they
more
were,
coming.
There were
There's
more
another
coming.
wave.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
thought
Which
for
is
the
why the
moment-
wall is staying up.
Which is
Yes.
fine. I thought for the moment we were out of combat. Never mind.
So, with the wall being there, they are most likely just going to keep walking into it. So, honestly, how long does it stay up?
1 minute.
You have 1 minute
Okay. So
to have, because essentially on the other side of this wall of fire, there are now, over the time of a minute, there are probably what seems like hundreds of them just bum rushing this wall. Most die and just dissipate. A few get through, and Milo just swipes at them and just annihilates them because they're just so tiny at this point that he just kind of like, it's like him playing with like a cat playing with a mouse. He just like stops them from running and then just like breathes fire on them, and then they die.
he does that thing with a cat. He puts his hand on it, but it then dissipates and takes his hand off and goes, where'd it go?
Yeah.
Yeah. like
I
a
caught
little,
that one.
he like pounces on it and then like lifts up and there's nothing there,
Oh,
like a little
man.
red dot. Yes.
I will also say that our side of the wall deals no damage, so you can go right up to it, just in case you didn't know that. But
Can't walk through it.
no, I wouldn't recommend it.
So if we have a minute, I'm like, it looks like Leaf has bought us some time.
Do something, hurry!
Boral, Awen, Fargus, what do we do with him? And I try to examine the situation. Like,
You still want
is-
to pop off a shot?
I'm popping a shot off at him.
Okay.
I'm trying to get his attention.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You shoot one of your force arrows. Are you just aiming at the ground, like next to his feet? Are you aiming at something like particular?
I'm not trying to hit what he's working on yet because I'm not trying
Hit
to
his
piss him
hat
off.
right off his head.
Yeah, I'm just trying to like,
Ooh,
hey, I'm just trying to be like, hey, man,
Yes.
give me some attention. Stop being an asshole. That's basically
I know
that
what you're
shot.
doing.
It's like
Stop.
we know you know that we are here. Let's have a chat. Is essentially
Yeah. So your arrow hits the ground and you kind of see him like look down, continue his incantation for a second, and then stop. And at this point, you can see that this creature, which you're only assuming is the Kapati Pati, based off of the image that you saw, is like close to being full.
okay.
And he turns around. What do you all want?
Why don't you call off your little guard dogs? Why don't we just have a friendly conversation? What do you say? Start there, see how it goes.
He snaps his fingers and you can see all these little mushrooms kind of just stop. They're not gone. They're still like, I'd probably say like 70 just kind of between you and him, but they're not bum rushing this wall anymore. But the wall of fire's still up.
I will point behind me. Hey, look familiar, by the way? Pointing back at Leaf.
Hello.
She's waving at Milo.
I'm waving at a rock. Hi.
A little to your left.
Oh, okay.
No,
Got it.
too far.
Okay.
Wait, no, you had to stop.
Right there.
Stop
Right there. Right there. Okay. Okay. Hello.
I thought she was dead.
I
That's
read his.
disappointing.
Yeah, he doesn't seem phased by that at all, huh? Okay.
No.
Why? Why are you doing this? Why are you assisting? This thing is if you are truly a druid, if you wish to care for the natural order of things, this is an invasive species. If anything, you should want to stamp this out. It destroys everything it touches.
You're not wrong.
No, I usually am not.
But I want to stamp out something even more evasive
Oh.
than this.
Okay, what is it?
All of you.
People, yeah, okay. Mm.
And,
God, I hate cults. I hate cults so much.
and why are we so invasive?
Not you particularly, but civilization.
Civilization.
Yes, you destroy forests,
We al-
creatures,
We also plant forests. We also
not to the extent that you murder them. Maybe not you elves, but the humans.
So we can go.
So you just want that one over
All
there?
right.
Unfortunately not, though. For this to work, all life must be eradicated. Some might live, but most must die.
Then how are you any different than what they're doing?
I'm bringing nature back.
This is what you call nature? This
It's a form of it, yes.
This isn't nature. This is a disease
For humans.
for everything.
This thing consumes everything. We fought a giant slug creature with legs. It was
Yes,
really
and
gross.
it moves on after time. It's been trapped here for quite some time, which is why it's never been able to leave, but it moves on from plane to plane, leaving, yes, death and decay, but the forests, the animal life, they'll come back, given some time.
Your solution,
can't that same logic be applied to humans? Like why don't you make it your life's work to instruct us on the damage that they are doing. We don't do that damage. I've never set
Do you not
a
think
forest
I've-
on fire ever in my life. On my mama.
I mean, technically, you did turn an entire.
Shut up.
Oh, we're doing the thing. Yeah, that's right.
We're doing the thing where we lie.
We're doing the lie thing. Sorry. Sometimes I forget.
That's what we do all the time.
because all you're doing is destroying life as we know it to create something new.
Yes.
And we could be doing the same thing.
You don't think
Us
I've
as
tried?
civilization. It tried.
Do you think
How hard did you try?
I
This
tried
is just
for
lazy.
150 years talking to kings, queens, courts.
Oh, because
Nobody would recycle. They hated it.
Your solution is we are not trying as people to wipe out nature. We appreciate and revere it. It grows our food. It builds our houses. It gives us shelter and heat. We need it to survive, and on a level we respect it. And yes, maybe we abuse it, but you are simply attempting to eradicate civilization, a civilization which is not trying to eradicate nature. You have countered our ignorance with aggression and threats.
Exactly. You're
you're-
no better.
You're wuss.
you're throwing a child's tantrum because no one listened to you.
I never said I was better or worse or whatever.
Why do you get to decide what gets to live and doesn't?
Why do queens get to decide who dies and lives? It's because I have the power.
Yes, well, we have power too. And if you wished, we could clash and we could see who comes out ahead, or we can try to work our way around this. For starters, no, actually not for starters. You've murdered people.
Have you
Good.
not? We've all murdered people here.
You've murdered people in cold blood. I heard the stories. You slit children's throats. Actually, I don't think there is any talking here. I didn't even know why I bothered trying. I don't see any way out of this. Unless you all have something to say, then let's just end this and end the kapati potty and we can move on.
You kind of feel Leaf. You feel Mel's kind of like you can see her kind of just, or feel her kneel down, clutching your hand really hard, shaking a little bit.
It's okay. We're gonna stop him.
My memories came back, Leaf. He's not being controlled. That's him. The stuff I saw after you left. I wish I just forgot. And then you hear Fargus go, well, if you children have had enough, I think it's time that we've put this behind us. And by that, I mean, I'm going to kill you all now and continue my life's work. And as he says that, you can see the plant that's behind him, this vine-like thing, shoot out towards him and like pierce his torso. But as it does, it wraps back around him and starts to make like a very similar mecca of vines as you once saw with Leaf, as he just kind of turns into this like Hulk-like creature of vines. And Awen, you see that skull that you saw when you had that flashback push its face forward with its bright white eyes kind of looking out at you. And again, you hear all these symphony of voices reach out to you. We meet again. So, will you join me? Or will you die?